Stop the presses. We just got a ton of new Lorcana news. From card reveals to details about a new set to puzzles. There's so much to talk about. Let's dive in. So we all know that Disney Lorcana's 9th set, Fabled, is just around the corner. Now, we've already seen some of the new characters and franchises that'll be in the set, but we're finally getting a look at some new mechanics and some new cards. But before we dive into those cards, let's take a look at this key art because it's really cool and it's going to feature some of the characters and songs that we'll talk about in a second. Now, this art features Goofy and Max hanging out with their guy Powerline, the world's greatest rock star. They're at a concert, it looks like, and this is really, really cool. It flashes back a little bit to Shimmering Skies and the big party that they had, but I don't know. One of the great things about key art is that it tells you some information about the set and things that you're going to see in it and themes, etc. Now, the interesting thing about Fabled is that we're only going to see about 33 new cards, a lot of reprints, so the storytelling aspect of the set is going to be restricted to those new cards. But one of the stories they're telling is the appearance of Powerline in Lorcana, and this key art really highlights it right here. So in that key art, we see Powerline. Let's take a look. Powerline is a 6-cost 6/4, and his title is the world's greatest rock star. He's a Floodborn with Shift 4, Singer 9, 2 lore, and his ability Mashup says, once during your turn, whenever this character sings a song, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a song card with cost 9 or less and play it for free. Put the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. I love this ability. It highlights kind of at a concert the way a character will play one song and then go the way a singer will play one song and go right into another. That's what Powerline does. You sing a song with them, you get to look at your deck, find another song, play it immediately. That's pretty cool. And what's even cooler is Powerline comes with an enchanted version that was illustrated by Max Olcheny. This art is bonkers cool, and I think it's going to be incredibly, incredibly popular. One note, as you look at the enchanted symbol on the bottom of the card, you can see it down there. It's changed slightly from the previous enchanted versions. There's a new kind of foiling or security technique that they're putting on cards in this set, and that's pretty cool. You can see it there. I do want to note, I go back for a second, Nicholas Cole, who illustrated Powerline, is one of the biggest Goofy movie fans in the world. He has a map in his office, the big map from the Goofy movie that they folded out in the car and all that. It's up there on his wall. He's a big fan, so the fact that he got to do Powerline is incredibly cool and probably a dream come true for him. So I love that so much. But let's take a look at what else you see in the movie. So there's a song that they sing in the movie that everybody loves, Eye to Eye. It's the song from the key art. We see it here. This is a Sing Together 9 song, and it says each player draws 2 cards and gains 2 lore. If 2 or more characters sang this song, ready them, and they can't quest for the rest of the turn. So this is a song that can be sung. If you have multiple songs, you can sing this multiple times. The characters can sing it over and over again. It's really cool. One note is it's Sing Together 9, and Powerline can sing a song of cost 9 or less from the top of your deck for free. So this song synergizes really well with Powerline. You can find it with his ability. That's pretty cool. And this song is amazing. If we listen to each... I could do the whole thing. I'm not going to. All right, this song also has an enchanted version here. It's also really cool, illustrated by Joachim van Gool, another fantastic Lorcana artist. And again, this art is just bonkers. Moving on, there's another Powerline song in the movie. There's only 2 Powerline songs. It's been decades, and I'm still waiting for that guy's entire album to drop. But anyway, the other song from the movie, Stand Out, fantastic song. Here we see Max surfing over the crowd at the school concert. It's his action, it's a song. It says chosen character gets +3 strength and gains evasive until the start of your next turn. Now, one of the things you'll see them playing on here is, and we've seen with other characters, is that characters who are flying, kind of like Max is here, have evasive. It's the flying / evasive link is pretty strong, and we're going to see that later on as well with another character we're going to talk about in a moment. Stand Out is a song that everybody who loves the Goofy movie also loves. It's appropriate that it gets an epic version here. This is not enchanted. It looks like the first chapter enchanted, but it is an epic version card. I think it's the second one we've seen, with the first one being Elsa from this set. And this is what it looks like. So super cool. And we get to see more of the art in this epic version. But moving on to cards from the set, I mentioned that there are cards with flying and evasive. And here we have Dumbo, the Flying Elephant, a 3-cost 2/2 with evasive. And when you play this character, chosen character gains evasive until the start of your next turn. So Dumbo can use his magic feather to give somebody else evasive. And there you see him picking up Timothy Q. Mouse who we'll talk about in a moment. A fun card, and I don't know. It's a fun card. But I love to see Dumbo in Lorcana, and I'm really excited to play with this card. Speaking of Dumbo, there he is, Timothy Q. Mouse, the flight instructor, Storyborn mentor. He's a 2 for a 1/4, and while you have a character with evasive in play, this character gains +1 lore. So again, we're seeing the flavor synergy between two characters who go together in a film, with Timothy Q. Mouse working really well with Dumbo here. That 4 in the stat line, always very good, and I'm delighted to see Grace Tran here in the game in this set. She's done a bajillion cards in Lorcana that we love, and seeing her again is just delightful. But let's talk about some more cards in this set. So we've already seen these characters in their iconic versions, but before we look at those again, let's take a look at the base cards. Here is Minnie Mouse, Sweetheart Princess. It's 4 cost, 2/4 with 2 lore, and her ability, she has 2 abilities. The first, Royal Favor, says your character's named Mickey Mouse gains support, and her other ability, Bye Bye Now, says, or Bye Bye Now, whenever this character quests, you may banish chosen exerted character with 5 strength or more. So fun character here. She has a little bit of utility. She is a super rare, illustrated by Brazilian artist Eli Hori, another favorite of ours. And we'll look at her other version in a second. Before we do that, let's take a look at her counterpart, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Prince. It's like Brave Little Tailor, except smaller, but you can see the link here is flavor win. 3 cost, 2/2 with shift 5 and evasive. While this character has a card under him, he gets +3 strength, +3 lore, +3 willpower. So basically, when you shift him onto another Mickey Mouse, he turns into the Brave Little Tailor, which is super cool. It's super cool, right? I love it. And Christian Romero here, from Colombia, another fantastic artist that we've seen in set after set. But let's take a look at those iconic versions. Now, we've seen these cards before, but we didn't, their abilities were all blurred out. Now we're getting to see their abilities here, and we can see what this card will look like with the abilities displayed. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse are the 2 iconic cards in this set, super chase cards, very difficult to pull, and yeah, they're just fantastic. So these are all the new cards we saw from the set, I believe. I'll look at 2 more things though. There's the marketing art for Dumbo. Look at him here. You can see him flying above the Great Illuminary, and we, again, love seeing him in the world of Lorcana. And we're going to take a look at one more piece of art. We've seen this before, but now we're seeing it on a playmat. This is the Champion playmat from Fabled. It's going to be from the Fabled Set Championships. Look at this. Maleficent there. Looks like she's grabbing on top of the Great Illuminary, shooting her fire, and it's really cool to see new art from a card that we all love from the first chapter, and getting to see it here on this playmat is really cool. It's a card that I know everybody's going to be chasing, and it's a playmat that I know everybody's going to be chasing. So very cool. I think that's it for the Fabled reveals in terms of the cards and the art. There's a couple other things to talk about though. Let's take a look at product lines. First, we'll take a look at the Fabled Collection Starter Set. Now, we've actually seen images of this before and had descriptions of it, so we knew this was coming. This is not super new. But I think this is the first time we're getting to see this product spread out, and it's our first time getting a glimpse of the collector's guide there that you can see in the bottom right of this picture, as well as we can see that Tinkerbell there on the table with that glimmer foil treatment. I think this collection starter set is super cool. I believe the MSRP is $29.99, meaning that you're getting pretty good value with the cards in there, and then that promo, as well as the buy. I mean, like, it's really good. It's a really good price. And Tinkerbell, especially being played and who's going to be around for a while longer, getting that glimmer foil treatment if you can't spring for the enchantments but want to bling out your deck is super cool. So these binders are meant to fit in your backpack and go on the go. It's just, I don't know. It's a cool product, and you're going to see those released around the time of Fabled. I am pretty excited about it. But speaking of products, if you remember a couple sets ago, we had the Stitch collector set, which had a cool box, and then it had the glimmer foil treatment on Lilo Escape Artist. We're getting something very similar here with an Elsa gift set. Now, this Elsa gift set looks like it's going to be very similar to the Lilo starter set, the difference being, of course, the art. But what I really love about it is that we're getting a alternate copy, a glimmer foil treatment, and alternate art for a beloved card, a card that sees a ton of play, and that's Elsa the Fifth Spirit. And this card is pretty much a staple in most Amethyst decks these days. It's one of the premier removal pieces for that deck once you get to 5 ink or more. So getting this promo card is really, really cool. The Fifth Spirit doesn't have an enchanted version, so this is the highest bling level that you can get to with this card now, and I'm going to bet that it's going to be very popular. I can't wait to get my hands on this for sure. So those are some of the new cards from Fabled that you're going to get to collect and play with very, very soon. I'm super excited about Powerline, as you can probably tell, as well as Dumbo and the other cards coming out, especially that Elsa, the Fifth Spirit Glimmer foil. Fabled's going to be here before you know it. I'm excited. I'm also excited for the set coming after that because there's a bit of mystery there. Now, we've already seen some key art revealed for the set as well as the name Whispers in the Well. The key art indicates there's a bit of a mystery going on. There is a new type of glimmer out there, and the glimmers that we know are trying to figure out what they are and where they come from. We've also seen teased in the key art a new franchise coming to Lorcana with gargoyles. There's a big gargoyle lurking in the back. It's really cool. And now we're getting our first look at some of the cards in that set as well as the booster packs and what some of the packaging is going to look like. First off, we're getting another Judy Hopps, and this one is Uncovering Clues. Now this Judy is a 4-cost 3/3, and her ability is Thorough Investigation, which says, when you play this character or whenever she quests, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal a detective character card and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. And this is a fun super rare that lets you find other detectives, and it's kind of fun here. She's a detective herself, and you know what rabbits do really well is multiply, which I think Judy actually says in Zootopia. So here's Judy Hopps. She can find other versions of herself or a Mickey Mouse detective or other detectives, and they can multiply pretty quickly with this card. I find it super fun. And continuing with the detective theme, we have Nick Wilde, Persistent Investigator. He's a 5-cost uninkable 5/4 with Shift 3. During your turn, when one of your detective characters banishes another character in a challenge, draw a card. So here we have some card draw, but it's continuing with this detective synergy theme that I bet we're going to see a lot of in this set, indicating that there really is a mystery going on here. The next card features both characters putting it all together. This is an action which says, chosen opposing character can't challenge during their next turn, draw a card. These songs which draw a card in steel are a nightmare to play against in the wrong deck, especially those Emerald Steel decks, but this one's super fun. It's great to see these characters working together, and again, detective work as these detectives try to figure out where these new glimmers are coming from. You can see them doing it there with these sketches of the glimmers on the table. There's a mystery here, and they're going to solve it. So what's not a mystery anymore is what these packages look like for this set. So let's take a look. On one of them, you have Daisy Duck here in a beautiful outfit. Again, looking kind of like a detective in that coat. Next, we're getting our first look at Demona in the world of Lorcana. Here is the gargoyle character herself. We're getting a look at her art, and it's really cool to see her featured on the packaging. And lastly, we have another version of Gaston. This one is looking especially villainous here with this bright light around him. I'm not sure what he's up to, but he's got a horde of people behind him. It looks a little menacing. This packaging looks really cool. Onto the starter decks. On one, you have a version of Simba with an interesting version of Megara. This looks like she is in fact in the underworld. And on the side, you can see that there are foil cards that come in this set, and you're getting a look at both of those. I can't quite read what their abilities are, but I'm sure somebody's going to clean that up really quickly and tell us what those are. But this is the first single player deck from Whispers in the Well. The other one features Judy Hopps with a really fun version of Robin Hood. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it looks super cool. I love these single player decks. I don't know. I have a cube actually of single player decks. I know not everybody plays with them, but what I love about them is that the power level of all the starters or single player decks are pretty on par with each other. And so yeah, a starter deck cube is a great way to play, and I've got one. So every time these single player decks come out, I always get them and sleeve them up. It's a lot of fun. And lastly, for Whispers in the Well, let's take a look at another piece of key art. Here we have this Judy Hopps in high definition, ripping pages out of this book or putting pages in this book, I'm not sure, but she's looking at pages from this book, and I think this is indicating or telling her what kind of glimmers these are that they're trying to investigate. So another really cool piece of art from this set. I love getting to see these high-res big versions of art. Anyway, Whispers in the Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and believe it or not, it's also right around the corner. Fabled's going to be here and gone before you know it, and I'm really excited to see what's in that set, including perhaps the Black Cauldron, as Ravensburger's teased before as well. So we'll see if that's going to pay out. But beyond Whispers in the Well, there's another set coming, and we got our first look at it. Let's take a look. Editor, drum roll, please. Disney Lorcana's 10th set is called Winter Spell. And we got our first look at some key art from the set, and it shows that the world of Lorcana has been covered in ice and snow. But that's not deterring our glimmers from having a wonderful time. Here we see Stitch snowboarding with Angel there, throwing snowballs at him, and somebody's built a fantastic snowman with a seashell nose. It looks like a lot of fun. Now, it's important to note, this is Angel's first appearance in the world of Lorcana. Some people really, really love Angel. I'm a big fan myself, and so getting to see her in the game is going to be super cool. If you also look at the key art, what's really fun is you have this interesting tropical mixed with like winter northern eastern theme going on here. Palm trees over on the left, and then over on the right you see these pine trees. And so I don't know if this snow is expected or not. It doesn't seem like it belongs there. Something's going on, and I'm really excited to see what the story of the set is. But Winterspell is going to be the next set after Whispers in the Well, and we can look forward to a world of snow and ice. I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying the flavor of this set. It's gonna be cool. But wait, there are more reveals. Now, Ravensburger is a very old company, and before Lorcana, I think they were known primarily as a puzzle company. Even though they did a bunch of games and other stuff, everybody knows and loves their puzzles. So it was really exciting when Ravensburger announced a while ago that they were finally going to bring their puzzling expertise together with Disney Lorcana to produce Disney Lorcana puzzles. Now we're getting our very first look at 4 of the 6 puzzles that are coming out in the very near future, and they feature 4 different ink colors: sapphire, amber, emerald, and ruby. Now these puzzles are kind of a montage bringing together a bunch of characters that we all know and love from these colors that really highlight these colors' identity. Let's take a look at Ruby, for example. You can see in the center there Maleficent with Tigger, and there's Aladdin, Heroic Outlaw from set 1, a Rapunzel, Minnie Mouse Surfer, there on the bottom, Shere Khan, Elsa. There's just a ton of characters here all together, coming together in the world of Lorcana, and this puzzle is, I don't know, it's kind of cool. If you like puzzling, this one's going to be a bit of a challenge because, I don't know, there's all sorts of different colors and pieces, and I'm really excited to try it out. Now, one other thing we learned is that each one of these puzzles is going to come with a Mickey Mouse True Friend Glimmer Foil promo. I believe it's the same promo for each one of these puzzles, but it's super cool. It's going to be a great way to introduce puzzlers and Disney fans to Lorcana if they're not already familiar with it. And it gives us collectors something else to collect. It's just a fun little bonus. Now, I'm no mathematician, but there's 6 ink colors and there's 4 puzzles that we've seen. There are 2 more that are going to be revealed very, very shortly, if they haven't been already by the time you're watching this video, and that's the steel and amethyst puzzles. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited to collect these puzzles and try them out. If you are a puzzler, let us know what you think. Are you excited for these or not? Let us know in the comments. So that's it for this news dump. Which of these announcements stands out to you? And do we see eye to eye that Fabled is going to be awesome? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned to social media and this channel. We'll let you know when there are new announcements.